When New Horizons released, the developers confirmed that they planned on releasing frequent updates for a couple of years. We've gotten through the first year with amazing holidays, new reactions, and the late addition of returning mechanics like diving and artwork. But according to the current Animal Crossing community, there are still some things missing that would improve the game and get the people who sunk 400 hours in the first couple of months back and playing again. Naturally, people are always comparing New Horizons to past games, trying to figure out what made the previous installments in the series, like New Leaf and Wild World, scratch the itch that New Horizons just can't seem to reach for some reason. New Horizons seems like it was made to be a bit easier to play. Most of the in-depth gameplay resides in decorating the outside, terraforming, custom designs, and villager hunting. As a result, many of the mechanics that we got used to in past games never showed face. I asked my community, besides Brewster and Koramora Island, what do you feel New Horizons is missing compared to past games? Since I didn't want 500 answers only saying coffee and mini-games, because that's just obvious. Let me tell you, there were a lot of answers. A big one, the lack of villager interactions. In past games, especially in the GameCube days, villagers did not hold back. They told you what they thought, rude or not. They called us simple, laughed at our stung faces, and yelled at us for waking them up while they were trying to sleep on their doorstep. Besides their dialogue, there seems to be less reasons to talk to them in general. In New Horizons, our neighbors will sometimes ask us to catch a fish or bug for them, maybe ask us if we can deliver a gift to another villager, occasionally lose an item and wait for us to return it, and rarely ask if we want to participate in a treasure hunt. In past games, the animals would want to visit our house, compliment the decor, allow us to constantly ask if they needed any fetch quests done, or play some hide and seek. Something about their dialogue made us actually want to talk to them, get to know them, create this amazing fake relationship with them, and have them just leave suddenly and all you're left with is a piece of mail saying goodbye forever. There is a variety of dialogue in the game. Much of it's based around pieces of furniture outside, events that might be coming up, or weather for the day, if it's anything special. Gone is the sass from the original games. This is probably due to the fact that the developers thought it would scar the memories of children. This is the whole reason why Rossetti hasn't returned to his aggressive role. But I do miss being called stupid by my villagers. A bunch of people were concerned with the lack of fruit in the game. In past games, an island usually held new tropical fruit that your main town didn't have access to, like bananas, durians, lemons, lychees, mangoes, and persimmons. Now that our main town is an island, these fruits have disappeared. Sort of ironic. We're even missing the perfect fruit that was present in New Leaf and still exists in Pocket Camp. I'm assuming the lack of fruit falls into the we've given you a bunch of stuff to put outside so we simplified this mechanic a bit category. Maybe they felt people wouldn't need 12 tree variations. The original 6 fruit would do the trick. Missing special characters were a huge shock at the beginning. Absent NPCs also mean less shops and buildings. We don't have special characters like the post office pelicans, Cooper, Booker, Gracie, Katrina, Captain, and Tortimer. Many of these important roles have disappeared or been replaced by a wooden card stand. The developers did give us a little taste of Rover with the Mayday Maze and Reese and Cyrus with the wedding event, but that's about it, unless you count Katrina and the Nook Points app on our real-life phones. Mechanics that have been in the series since the beginning, like luck and super expensive designer furniture, are lost. I could see the developers sneaking the NPCs into random areas of the game, like how we've seen Katrina recently. My hope is that some of them will have a more permanent role in the game sometime soon. In this installment, we're missing out on the extra place that we can escape to. Population Growing had the secret GBA island, City Folk had a city, New Leaf had Main Street, and New Horizons has Harv's Island? I guess you could argue that the mystery islands are there to fill this void, but and Harv's Island doesn't really do it for me either. While it's an amazing mechanic to have in the game, I only find myself going to Harvey's to grab the newest Residence poster. Give me Main Street to go to, filled with all the stores and special characters that haven't returned. Please? Pretty please? The next level of the Nook Shop expansions have yet to return. Honestly, I'd be surprised if these were something that never ended up being added to the game. It seems like a no-brainer, especially because Nook's Cranny has already been upgraded once. I miss the days of Nookingtons and being able to purchase a crazy number of furniture and other items all in one day. Granted, we do have the cabinet, which provides us with multiple useful items to purchase, but it's not the same. I miss the crazy fancy department store from games of the past, and it gave us something extra to work towards. I'm hopeful more crossover items besides the Sanrio furniture will appear. Maybe some gyroids and even tiny console emulators from the past like the NES games or the Wii U and 3DS from New Leaf. And Froggy Chair, of course. Speaking of furniture, there is a lack of furniture series in the game. Sure, there are pieces that match very well together, but there are only a handful of actually fully furnished series. I'm talking bed, table, chairs, sofas, side tables, and wall hanging items. We do have some. They didn't completely get rid of them, but additional series would be nice. I can understand why they were taken out. The developers probably wanted to prioritize a mix of furniture because those pieces tend to allow more customization outside and look less strange as outdoor pieces. But my inside is lacking because of it. My house is always left for last, partially because I'm having so much fun just decorating my island, but also because I have a hard time getting a nice cohesive room to work in my mind. This is most likely just a me thing though. I've seen so many people on Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit with crazy amazing rooms. But I think a full series would help the less creative bunch of us with the inside decor. On a similar note, our side rooms are so tiny compared to New Leaf. In the last installment, we were able to upgrade our house a bunch. Each room off the main area was able to be expanded. Now we're just stuck with these small squares of space, which I guess I'm now complaining about not knowing how to decorate the rooms and then also being upset about not having the extra space to decorate. So I'll just shut up now. I swear, this game did add a lot. As someone who started in the Animal Crossing series during the GameCube days, each installment has definitely been an improvement. I hope the developers will continue to provide us with a bit more to give the community that left a reason to come back. Anything else you think is missing from New Horizons? Share with everyone in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!